left side, and once again it's caught, and Diggs has a little room on its sideline. A 21-yard gain to the 29-yard line. Troy Hill missed the tackle, and Diggs did some business with it. Rams bringing heat. Allen back, shoulder throw, beautiful catch. Stefon Diggs again. Stefon Diggs working on Jalen Ramsey. That's really good on really good. Diggs wins.
Stopped him here tonight.
34. Allen stepping up, and now floating it downfield, and Diggs is behind the secondary. Stumbles, but brings it in. Buffalo touchdown.
On the outside, that's Jalen Ramsey, and I think he was expecting, this is called a quarters coverage. I think he was going to expect some help by the inside safety and just simply let Diggs go right by him. I don't know if he was trying to guess that he was going to stop and come back to the boundary, but that was no contest. And there's only a handful.
4th down and 1. Fake to Moss. Allen wants to throw across his body. It's caught. Stefon Diggs for the touchdown. The easiest touchdown catch he'll ever make.
And you're going to see some confusion right here with Caleb Farley on this motion that comes in and comes back out. You're going to see Zach Cunningham come out here in the flat, and watch Caleb Farley. He just drops Stefon Diggs, who goes across the back of the end zone, and you can see there's lots of confusion throughout the down here. You see Farley right there.
I told you, Steve, I think he's an important part of their offense. They're all the different ways that they use him.
The Swiss Army knife deal. Here's Allen on 2nd and 10. Stepping up into the logo and throwing. He's got Diggs wide open. It's caught. Touchdown. 46-yard strike. Josh Allen to Stefon Diggs.
What a nicely schemed route here. Watch what happens here to Kevin Byard as he takes the over. The corner gets caught outside on the double move. Doesn't have any middle of the field safety help. I mean, it's drawn up perfectly for middle of the field coverage, just like that.
Coming up on 5.5 to go 3rd quarter. Pressure for the Titans. Allen throws right into the teeth of it to Diggs. Another touchdown for Buffalo. 3rd of the night. Allen to Diggs.
This is what we just talked about, right, Lou?
Yep.
Those safeties having to pay a little. Oh, my gosh, Stefon Diggs, what a great catch.
Defensive backs, and they're back there for Allen on 1st and 10. A block by Knox, and downfield a catch made by Diggs. He was working on Howard. The ball free. They say he was down 47 of Miami. Here they come. There he goes. Diggs looking for some blocks. Out of bounds, he's run by Howard, who has just come back in on this series. It's a gain of 5. He's to the 36-yard line.
They were going to throw it out there, but then it all kind of fell apart, and Allen decided to run and try and get a couple yards, and that's when things happened with Ian Wilkins.
And it's a pass, and it's caught by Diggs. He'll dance, and he's got blockers, including Singletary and Davis. Finally brought down by Duke Riley.
1:37 on the clock. Late stages, 2nd quarter. Allen, protection holds up. Allen downfield. Good hands. Catch made at the 40 with a flag thrown.
Actually, he looks like he's in charge there.
I think he's in charge.
I don't think he's walking a beat on this one.
1st down. Josh Allen. He's in charge. Stefon Diggs with the grab. 1st down, Buffalo.
They want to erase that in this ball game.
That possession lasted 9 minutes and 29 seconds, and we're still tied. Allen, sidearm toss. Underneath catch made by Stefon Diggs for 4 yards.
You're over it. From the 15 to the end zone.
Oh,
that's a touchdown to Diggs.
Wow.
Just too good. They're just so explosive. I mean, you can't just punt 7 times in your first 4 games and then come out here and look like this in the wind where things should be difficult. 2nd in the NFL against Sutton, and he just makes an easy throw and catch. But that's what happens when you get behind. You got to be a little more aggressive, and sometimes you have a great player who can punt.
They're warming up Case Keenum on the sideline, but Josh Allen still out there as he completes it to Diggs. Look at Diggs cut it upfield and high step it twice. And that's going to be enough to put Josh Allen over 400 yards passing for the game. That phrase from Hank Scram, Super Bowl IV. Here's the 2nd and 2. As Allen has the first down as he goes underneath to Diggs. Allen, open, Diggs gets out of bounds. What a catch and an effort. Balancing act. 2nd and 5 from the 17. Allen's hit his last 8 passes, looking for Diggs in the end zone. That's a touchdown for Buffalo. He beat the rookie, Joshua Williams, who starts today with Rashad Fenton out. And Allen was able to exploit that for a 17-yard score.
One-on-one against your 4th-round Williams, who hasn't played nearly as much as the other guys.
Total yards for the Bills in this first quarter. Right at the end of the opener, Allen back to the air. Stefon Diggs lost the ball on the way down. Stokes and Walker trying to get to it. Diggs had it fall between his legs, trying to reach back down and grab it. It was Quay Walker, the rookie, who was the one to knock it free. And still waiting.
Diggs was basically giving himself up when he was going to the ground.
First was his knee down. Singletary's trying to get in the pile, which you're not allowed to. They say it is Buffalo ball. Great Marv Levy teams with Jim Kelly, Bruce Smith, and all the guys here. Second quarter begins, 2nd and 1. Allen shot to the end zone. Touchdown! Brought in by Stefon Diggs.
They catch Rasul Douglas in man-to-man coverage on the outside. Watch the little out and up move here by Diggs. Subtle little out. Here we go up the field. Muscles his way through it and makes another.
Kansas City take on a division leader in Tennessee. Big weekend. Next weekend on NBC. From the 20, Allen. Let's go. Downfield for Diggs. He's got it. Diggs to the 25-yard line. One snap, 55 yards. No timeouts for the Bills.
So what you don't know about this Buffalo Bills offense is if their wide receivers think that they have a chance to get deep, they have the option to make a little move like that, turn the safety around.
Singletary, single setback, fake it. Allen looking to throw, he's got time, uncorks, deep shot, it's caught. Right out of the gate, he hooks up with Stefon Diggs. Gabe Davis leading the NFL in yards per catch. Fake and throw. That laser beam, good for a first down. It's hauled in at the 45-yard line as he hummed it in there to Diggs for 13. 2nd and 6. Allen pats the ball and throws to Diggs. On time, and Diggs got Reed in the blender.
Vikings showing pressure here. They rush just 4. Allen again rolls. On the move, lets it fly. Oh, Diggs! Oh, what a catch! Stefon Diggs, one hand. First down, Buffalo.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow!
That is unbelievable.
And what a moment for it. 3rd down and 3 from the fringes of field goal range. Making it a moot point with Stefon Diggs. 10th catch, he's over 100 yards. He's got a first down to the 15.
Allen fires to the end zone, wide open, touchdown, and there he is, Stefon Diggs. His 8th touchdown of the season.
He's coming across. He did something that I used to try and always teach my wide receivers to do when I was coaching. Work your feet when you're right there in the boundary.
That's Amari Cooper, 6 catches and the touchdown in the first half. On first down, Josh Allen rolling right. Throws on the run and squeezes one in for a first down to Diggs. Allen, Garrett's coming. Allen gets rid of it to Diggs, and just in the nick of time.
2nd and goal. Does the Detroit defense know it? Oh, he's going to go top.
Oh!
It's caught for the touchdown.
Unbelievable.
It's Diggs.
Wait till you see this route. This with so much patience. Fired every ball. Watch this patience, up inside, and then he flattens it.
Well, this had some zip on it, didn't it?
Boom, that fires it right in there. And you're waiting, right? You're like, is he going to break? And here he comes.
Steps into it, down the middle. He's open. Oh, my goodness. How did he get that open?
Oh.
Diggs, the pass was perfect, and they're already in range for Bat.
Knox in the backfield as well, the tight end. Play action. Fires. Caught. Diggs for the score. We were talking during the break about how Diggs looked like he was getting a little frustrated, and sure enough, takes all of 4 seconds to get him into the end zone.
Nickel spot where he was great the last few years. Now he's on the outside. What a route.
Been indestructible. 3rd down and 3 here. Dancing, surveying, and it's hauled in by Diggs. What a catch. To the outside. Diggs breaks away. Turns it into a nice gain to the 35-yard line.
Diggs has 1 catch, Tony, for 4 yards.
That's not okay.
2nd and 10. There he is. Right on cue. Past the 40, the 50. And out racing some defenders like Whitehead. And that's going to be the longest play of the game so far.
Extra offensive lineman out there right now. Bobby Hart eligible at the bottom of the screen. Play action. Allen will throw, and making the catch on his backside is Stefon Diggs.
They kept him out there for the run.
Allen, quick toss. Diggs, juggling catch. 1st down at the 20.
Diggs has been fairly quiet since early in this game. Not a catch in this half. But they're looking for him now! And there it is! Bingo! Diggs with the touchdown from long distance.
One of the great throws you'll see all year. The alien, Josh Alien Allen from the 40-41, flat-footed, getting hit into the end zone on a double move by Diggs under pressure with the 2 seat on the line, and lands it and hits it in the breadbasket. Unbelievable. And Diggs to just turn the barn burner, the Jets on. Wow.
It looks like it's healed.
Yes.
That was 17 yards to Shakir. Again, 1st down. This time he's got Diggs on the run, down to the 39. 1 penalty and then 2 quick hits.
Those games we said during the regular season were so big when everyone played each other.
1st and 10. And again, down the field they go, and a diving catch. And tapped down at the 47-yard line is Diggs. That's a pickup of 20.
All those guys up in there, got to get it out.
3rd and 15. Got it away just in time. Is it there? Yes, it is! Down to the 2-yard line. Once again, Stefon Diggs goes deep. This for 54 yards.
He's going to go ahead, and you don't think at any moment right there, Howard, because you have cover 0. Yeah, remember big game James Worthy for the Lakers? That's what he's become for these guys. Big game Davis.
As Diggs has the reception down to the 45.
Put him over here to block.
3rd and 2, they bring it. Allen's got time, though. And he finds his mark.
I thought he missed his mark.
And look at Diggs just throw it over to Shakir as he's tackled down at the 15-yard line. So often looks for Diggs, who's at the top. And there he is.
That's a good job. 3 seconds off, get yourself into a good field goal position. You want to protect your franchise quarterback. Well, when you're in the playoffs and big games, you're going to see him in the red zone. He's going to run the ball.
Got a 2nd and 8. To the sideline, and Diggs is there. Look at that tackle. And again, back-to-back plays made by Taylor Britt. Holds them to 4. Start the 2nd quarter. The 2nd and 13 after they just sat down. The last play of the 1st. Fires it in there for a 1st down. Their 1st of the game. That's Diggs with the reception.
Once you look and start moving your body weight one way, you can't recover.
Hendricks and Hubbard both out for this snap, and it's a quick toss to Diggs. Here they come back in, 91 and 94. 7 yards on the catch by Diggs.
Throw it out here. If not,
trying to get Diggs involved. He had 3 for 27 in the first half, and forward progress will give him the first.